Bob, you got to tell the story of when you were playing with the We Want concert.
Oh, you mean in China?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a long story. We could be here for 3 hours. The short version is
Let's hear it.
we wanted to, it was a monsoon. People in the United States think they know what a monsoon is. They have no clue.
I agree.
They have no clue. The rain was coming down sideways. The show was outside. And we basically said, hey, we're not playing. So we went back to the hotel. As we're hanging in the hotel, I'm up, I don't know, whatever floor around with the band. I hear all this commotion in the lobby. And jokingly, I say, if I'm not back in 10 minutes, hi. And the elevator opens. Chinese guy screaming in Chinese, sticks an AK-47 in my mouth. I thought I was dying that day.
I bet.
That went on for 3 hours.
Oh,
And
I didn't know that.
the really cool part was when the police showed up and saw who had me at gunpoint and turned around and left.
Jeez.
So I called it after we kind of got it resolved that we would do 2 shows the next day. I called the travel agent. I'm like, get us the fuck out of here. Well, you can't leave till Tuesday because there's some big festival that's ending and there's no flights. You're not hearing me. And then she's like, oh, your tickets are non-refundable. You're not hearing me. I don't care what country you send us to, anywhere but here. So after some fandangling, we get some seats. We do the second show. While the band's doing the first show, I go to the hotel. I pack up everybody's stuff. Loaded on some alternative buses because everything was paid for by the promoter. So I have some new buses. And I show up just as the second gig ends. Everybody gets on the bus right off to the airport. And we got out of there. And then we land in Tokyo. And then we get on the flight to go back to LA. And about, I don't know, 2 hours into the flight, the guitar player comes up and he's tapping me on the shoulder. And I'm like totally inebriated.
No.
Dude, the wing's on fire. Screw you, dude. You're go away. I open the window, both engines are on fire. And the pilot comes on. Got some good news and some bad news. The good news is we're 10 minutes past the point of no return, so we cannot go back.
The landing gear's looking good.
Awesome. We don't have enough fuel to make it back. So we're going to divert to Hawaii. Nothing like coming in to land in a big-ass 747 and looking out the windows, and the runways are foamed, and there's emergency vehicles all up and down the whole runway. Yeah.
Good
But we did
times.
land. It was good. We made it home eventually. Yeah, there was other crazy stuff, but I could spend hours going into all the details.
Well, that's always a story that stuck with me because Bob once sent me to a show that I didn't want to do. And Bob said to me, you're just being a big pussy about this. And I went and did that show. And during that show, one of the members of the promoter put a gun in my mouth. And it took me back to that story of Bob being overseas with a gun in his mouth. It's like, hey, here we go.
Yeah, and speaking of guns, so one time we're in Joplin, Missouri. I'm doing the settlement, and then the guy's just scamming, and I'm just busting his balls. And at one point he goes, hang on. And he goes over and he unlocks his desk drawer and he takes out and he sets his gun on the desk. He goes, all right, now we can continue this settlement. And just so you know, my brother-in-law is the sheriff and my cousin's the judge. I said, I think we're done. We're out.
Sounds good to me.
Looks great. Somebody else can sort this out. And we split.